Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we are in New York City, and from here we're gonna go check out 47th Street. We're gonna see my buddy Alex at Seawave and check out how the industry down there is going. And also we're gonna go down to Pennsylvania and see Roman Sharp. So we are at Seawave. I'm just here talking with Alex about some vintage pizzas he's got. He went to the back to pull out something special. We'll see. Oh yeah, 4-liner. So I've got the the dial right before. This is Mark II 4-liner. I think it's nice. It's complete.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep it if it was.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be.
Yeah, this is all right. Got the 225 bezel on it, which the later ones don't have that same bezel. So let me show you the difference. So if you look at this one, it's got the 5-line. See the difference? 4-line versus the 5.
Pretty good condition too.
Yeah. So this won't come up for sale. You sure?
No, I'm good.
Sure. Yeah. So you see the 225 on the bezel, and the other ones are about They have a 240, so they don't have the 225. So they did this variation for a few years, and then they switched it to the later bezels. And it's nice, dude. I need 3 of these. Well, I gotta collect at some point one of these and one of these. I gotta have. Well, there's 5 dial variations for the Zenith.
I think I have them all.
You have them all?
I have them all.
You have a floating?
Floating. I'm not sure if I have. Did they ever come in white?
Yeah.
I think
porcelain.
Yeah, but I don't have it here. I have it in the wall.
Yeah.
I have the other ones here. I'll show you.
Oh, he's got some good stuff here. 5, we want to do some trade. I got a green dial and a green dial Daytona and a 2-tone.
All 5 I don't have. I have it. All the other ones.
What are you asking on these?
They're in the 40s.
In the 40s? No, that's the price.
Yeah, full sets.
Full sets, so they have everything.
I'll show you the other RM if you want to see.
Yeah, I need an RM05 or 10, somewhere around the 115, 120 range.
This one is a little bit more pricier. Maybe you have a customer for it.
I have a client, aka Alfred. He's looking for a RM05 or RM10, so I'm trying to help him find one.
Don't have it.
You don't have it? What's this one? This is
That's a 6701. I have that in the titanium and rose gold.
Let me see if you'll do a 6701. How much is it?
6701 I can do at 195.
Oh yeah, he's looking at something around 110. How much is this?
Don't have it. This one I can do 400.
Factory?
Yeah, factory.
Oh, okay.
2021 brand new.
I'm trying to do something for the business on our side, so we're trying to set it up so that when people go on our website, they can service their watch or get polishes and so forth. But we're trying to do a drop ship situation. So I'm also out here trying to find a watchmaker that we can drop ship everything to, print labels, drop ship to.
I do that for a lot of jewelry companies.
You do that?
Yeah. But we do manufacturing on their side, you know.
No, we're not trying to manufacture. We're just trying to like basically services, polishes, stuff like that. Because I've got a watchmaker in Dallas, but he gets pretty busy, and I know that we're gonna try to like do more like intimate.
I have, but it's not gonna be enough for all the services. I have a guy that works for me, but he's overloaded. He's overloaded. Yeah, I'm trying to find a guy that's like, or I don't know, like a facility that's all they do is watchmaking. I could give you a few people.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, that's gonna help us.
No problem.
That's gonna help us push services, because that's obviously a part of the business we need to start pushing is the service side, because we don't really like offer it to the public. But I think if we start offering it to public and we show people like the before and afters of how these watches come in, and they're gonna be like, they make some miracles before and after. Yeah. But with the vintage stuff, as you know, I never serviced them. I never refinished them. No, same. Yeah, but we do a lot of modern stuff too. Yeah. Man, you guys got some good RMs. Can't display them all, otherwise it's gonna be a museum. Like everybody's gonna want to see it. But in the office, I have obviously. Quite a few nice pieces. Like new 2019. You want new? I have new also. It's for a client in California. I have a 2019 and I have a 2022. Okay, how much? But 2019 is literally new. Ooh. This one, right? Okay. This is good stuff. How much is this guy? Dealer's price. For this one? Yep. Wow. This is a 5167? Yeah. Okay, cool. 2019 full set. You could open it up and check. It's flawless. That price, I think it's a no-brainer. Yeah, it is. What are you asking on this one? 240. Brand new. 5168. Yeah. How much? This one is sold, but I have another one coming. That's new old stock. New old stock. What year? 2019. I have the green and the blue coming. Do you have any Tiffany stamps? Anything Tiffany? Not for sale, no. Okay. I have another client. For sports, I have a 5205 Tiffany. 5205 Tiffany. R. Okay. Rose gold. Discontinued one. How much is that? I'll give it to you for 130. 130. Okay. I have a client who's also hit me up for some Tiffany stamped Pateks. So it's like,
you want to show it?
They're hard to find, man.
I only kept a few, but for the right price, I'll sell it. These are nice too, but it's not Tiffany, obviously.
No.
That's a nice piece.
How are the prices holding on these right now?
They're only going up.
Yeah, they haven't really taken a hit like everything
Not
else.
the sport model. The sport model's taking a hit. Yeah,
dress stuff is kind of stable, right?
Yep, but they didn't go up crazy.
No.
To begin with.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like all the watches that are like going way up are the stuff that's coming down the hardest. Everything that's like steadily rising, like vintage pieces, you know, dress Pateks, you know, Vacherons and stuff like that. They're all kind of like.
These are going to be a lot more popular, I think. They're going to take over the market. In my opinion, classic models are taking over. Way more than the sport models.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I think you're right on the money on that.
Because everybody wants a sport model. You know?
Right,
now
right.
everybody understands that this is a nice watch too. In fact, it's a better watch.
I personally like to with the right straps. These are just insane. Like alligator doesn't do it for me, but if you put
look
this
at
on,
this strap. This strap, I just put it on this watch.
Wow, look at that.
I'm sorry, on the white gold. I don't have it here. The white gold G, the blue dial with this looks amazing.
That's insane.
Yeah, the 5205G looks amazing.
Sheesh.
I don't have it here, but.
Do you know what time everybody shuts down around 47?
5:30.
5:30.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, we just got
But it's going to be pretty slow today because of the holiday.
What holiday we got?
Passover. I mean, people could still work, but a lot of people take off for the week.
Jimmy has perfect timing sometimes.
Building a new backstation.
A new backstation.
Back end operations.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say. Back end operations.
That sounds good. Chairs.
Can you grab one and bring it up?
We don't have to steal them from the kitchen table anymore?
No.
Wow.
Grand Caliber is a new business.
You guys are spoiling us. What do we do to deserve this?
Just grab one and bring it up. We got 3 office chairs, and then we're doing our entire back end poly steamer. We got a brand new 72-inch table, steel table, and then some office furniture. We added 2 more back end sales guys, so needed more furniture. Where's that knife? Let's let these 2 boys take it up. You think we can recycle this?
Yeah, all day.
All day? All of a day's work. Should we just throw?
Yep.
1, 2. Oh, no. That was not gonna go. Yeah, that was not gonna go. Now we gotta actually build it. That's the hard part. For those who don't know, we are at 2011 McKinney Ave, West Tower, 2nd floor. Let's take a look. Now, unfortunately, these are open Monday through Friday, I think from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But on the weekends, we're gonna go to appointment only just because the doors are locked. So unless someone comes down and lets you in, you won't be able to get up. I think we have to change the color, but the investor was there. Grand Caliber. If anyone wants to help us fill out our new cabinet up front here, anything you guys want to send, we'll try to make it work. We'll try to fit it in here.
You come down often?
No, this is like my 2nd time in New York ever.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but I'm trying to come out here and make some connections with some guys, and I'm just trying to get some stuff set up with like watchmakers. It's kind of the website. This shows off the YouTube series. We've got blogging and, you know, about us, Grand Caliber.
Who built your website?
We have a full-time marketing guy that's it's in-house. He does it for us.
It's the only way.
So here's what we're gonna offer, right? Like kind of like Rolex, right? If you drop your Rolex off, it's $1,000 and you get like a overhaul.
For service, okay.
Yeah. So we're just trying to do the same thing. Instead of like,
It all depends on your volume. If your volume is huge, then I wouldn't be able to do.
it's not gonna be big off the bat. It's gonna build, right? So
if you start from the beginning, I could handle the
You can
workmanship.
handle-
Yes, because I have a watchmaker. I have a refinisher, does everything by hand. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's been in the watch industry for over 40 years, so the guy knows what he's doing.
Perfect.
But if you're gonna have like 100 jobs a week, no, I'm not the guy. You know. But if we do get busier, I can hire more people. I just don't need more people at the moment. If you want to try it a little, you know, at a time, definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, we're gonna walk around for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
You got it, bro.
We'll
Appreciate
be in
it. Always a
touch.
pleasure.
Awesome. All right, so we were just over here visiting Alex at Seawave Diamonds in their retail shop here on 47th Street, and as you guys saw, he is a good contact for us. He's somebody that can source watches that are really, really hard to get. They're like really, really resourceful when it comes to really high-end RMs, really high-end Pateks, and so forth. Another really interesting aspect we talked about was potentially drop shipping watches over there to get serviced and polished when our guy is also. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, man? How are you? I mean, we have a great watchmaker in Dallas, and we'll continue to use him, but we also have like a lot more work coming in recently. So I think, you know, just to kind of spread it out, we'll be drop shipping to guys in New York, potentially Miami, that are available to work with us. So, you know, we're just trying to make sure we can work efficiently and quickly and just keep the business moving smooth. While we're in New York, we're gonna try out some New York's famous pizza, so follow along. Alright guys, we are at Stonebridge Pizza in New York City, and this place is pretty legit. The pizza looks pretty good, so we're gonna dive right in. We just left 47th Street, and it's very noisy in New York, but I'll have to say this, 47th Street is it's quite a jungle in the watch world. A lot of action going on. A lot of very, very hungry watch dealers. If you're walking down 47th Street, you're more likely to get pulled in, you know, by very hungry dealers trying to get you into the door. I mean, obviously the sales strategies they use are very aggressive. They're very, very retail oriented out there. There's not as much wholesale as I thought there'd be out there, but I mean, it's a great scene to go check out watches, go see what you like. They have everything from vintage bust down watches to the craziest RMs you'll ever see. We're currently seeing a downturn in the market, and I think it's going to continue for a little longer just because of, you know, global situations, current situations in the world. I think, you know, again, this is all opinion, just as kind of observation. You know, out there, they're definitely trying to push inventory out even harder now because of the downturn in the market. It's very interesting, you know, to say the least. A lot of things to take in. You know, I'm excited to go back. You know, unfortunately, I went during Passover, and during Passover, not as many dealers out there that you'd want to miss. So we'll definitely be coming back. I think there's an opportunity to start doing some business out here. A little B-roll right there. You know, I've done a lot of business with people on 47th Street, so it's kind of cool to put some faces to some names out there. The thing I noticed the most about 47th Street is there's guys standing everywhere trying to usher you in to sell you stuff. It's a very aggressive strategy, but hey, I respect it. The hustle's real in New York. These guys bust their ass every day, day in, day out to get people through the door, and because there's a watch shop every 5 feet. There's another shop. Their competition is literally the glass across the way. I mean, you have one display case next to the other, and they're not the same company. There's 5, 10, 15, up to 35 vendors per store outlet there. They have these jewelry outlets, and they're all different vendors in there, and the competition is literally just sitting one right next to the other. So they're really, really hungry out there, but everybody's selling. So, you know, the business out here in 47th Street is pretty wild. It's definitely something that if you're in New York, come check it out. Go to 47th Street. You can definitely find any kind of watch you're looking for. I mean, I've found everything from vintage timepieces to the most expensive RMs in the world. They're just chilling, you know, in the cases there. It's like, wow, you know, like to see stuff like that in person is pretty amazing. There's a lot of history about 47th Street that I'd love to learn about myself. So we'll definitely be back and we'll do something. Bro, man. What's up, man? Long time.
It's been that long.
It's been a while.
It's been a few months.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Come on in.
This is what's on your desk?
No, I have to get people in here to do the unboxing, but I got this and since I can't see, you look at it.
1675. Looks like a Mark V dial. Do you have the serial number?
No, we can find out.
It's a nice patina.
Dial.
Yeah, the dial's nice.
Glasses, dial.
It's missing a Tiffany stamp, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh wait, let me get a marker real quick. Modern. Semi-vintage.
Semi-vintage RM.
Yeah. Neo-vintage. I mean, consider the company's 20 years old. It's kind of tough to find a vintage RM, but while you open that, this is actually pretty rare. This is RM02 Tourbillon.
Oh.
But it's in platinum. They made very, very few in platinum. Does the dial match the serial?
So, interesting enough with Mark Vs, you can find them on the earlier series and then the late 5 million series. It's weird.
How did that happen?
I don't know. But
They found a bunch of extra dials lying around.
I think so, because it's like 3 million and 5 million will share the same Mark V dials.
What about the condition of the dial? You need a loop?
It looks really nice from here.
It looks really nice to me because I can't see it. Oh, did you see this yet? Ready? Now I can see.
Wait.
Now I can see the dial.
Wait. This is a big hitter. This is one of the original Richard Mills.
That way.
2000. This is an 01.
02. I wish it was an 01. This is an 01, bro. I'd be doing backwards right now.
Yeah.
I've had an RM01 for like no money. Let's see. RM01 right now, name a price.
3 million, right?
No, it doesn't matter. There's no price. There's no price. I can't buy one for 3 million, a million or two. There's no price.
What's this one going for?
They're up there because it's platinum. I mean, it's over 400 today.
That's not bad to get into one of these for that price point.
Yeah, considering people are paying
considering it's
600,000 for a plastic one.
It's still going to be worth a shit ton down the road.
Well, that's the stuff I like to buy.
This is like the early stuff.
Because they don't make this anymore. And again, they made a lot less of these in platinum than they did in other metals. And this plastic is terrible.
Is that sold or is that?
Yeah, I just got it. You know how I always said, like, I'm getting away from wholesale and moving more into retail. So now I'm getting to a point where I try to hold on to stuff for the retail public as much as I can within the means that I can afford. Right. So because since we're always all broke, you know, it's a question of how long can I hold this watch? You know, find the retail.
Looks like a shoebox, man.
Earlier boxes were terrible, but this is the original box. That's how it came. Even the papers, it's just like, oh look, there's here.
What's up, bro?
How are you?
You missed You missed the Marco.
Spider-Man.
Marco.
What's going on, guys?
Spider-Man situation.
So, how you doing?
Doing all right, man.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Like the new name, like the new logo?
I appreciate it.
So what brings you to town?
We came to the East Coast to just kind of get out of the office, shoot some content, go explore. I mean, I'm glad I did because
Let's do some business. Roman, where's our stuff? Did they pick up the stuff from Marco?
Yeah.
Damn.
Why? What's up?
Did you know Marco was coming?
Yeah.
Clearly. And he left nothing?
Grand Seiko. Let's go. What do you
Grand
got?
Seiko for Grand Caliber. Shout out.
What is this one? It's killing me. I've had this watch before.
Snowflake?
Snowflake, thank you. How's inventory, guys? You got good stuff right now?
We are sitting on a lot of stuff. Right now, there's a lot of pushback from
The market's a little.
from the retail perspective to buy, you know. They still haven't really felt
Their investment.
the correction happen yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, offers I've been making, they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Brand new 126613.
Marco liked this watch.
3.3 serial with a Mark 5
Yes,
dial.
I sold.
You know, he said that it's interesting that he said a Mark 5. I didn't know this, but the Mark 5 dial. They
Was
made it in the
found
3
in
million
3
range,
million.
and then they repeated it again in the 5 million range, which is weird.
So some people think they're dial swaps. I'm like, no, they actually came
They
that
actually
way.
did that.
Yeah, I had to do some deep digging on the internet to find that out. But that's a sick piece. I mean, that
I
piece
would think exactly. Yeah, I would think it'd be
you
a
think it was a dial
swap.
swap or a Franken
Well,
watch.
this can't be because it's 3.3, but
Yeah.
if it was a 5 and it had that dial, I would
you'd
probably
be
think
good.
it was swapped.
You'd be good. No, because that dial works. In
But
the-
I would think otherwise. You know what I mean? Like most people
Well,
would think
no.
otherwise.
So the 3.3 serial would be a Mark II.
Oh, so it would be the other way
So
around.
Mark 5.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
remember, it's an order, right? It's a Mark
Gotcha,
1, Mark 2,
gotcha.
Mark 3, etc.
No, I sold that to a buddy.
Oh, gotcha.
What did it bring?
12 or 16?
16? Okay, that's good. For that, it's like unpolished, all original, no stories.
Oh, there is a story.
Well, I mean, like when I
Roman
say
Sharp,
stories,
Roman Sharp from Marcos is touched to watch. Hey, now.
no, when I say there's no stories to the watch, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
got
like
you.
I got you.
breaking together with shit.
I mean, a full set like this would bring what? 35?
Oh,
Depending
No.
conditions.
what,
Not
for- oh, you
35.
said full set for a 16.75?
Full set, just like absolute killer condition.
Oh yeah, 30 or mid 30s.
Yeah. That's crazy how much vintage stuff, when it doesn't have boxing papers, it changes value
But
versus
it's,
like
but it's a
modern
numbers game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, how many of them are left? Like, these things
Yeah.
were,
Yeah.
there were tools that were cheap. Some people
Utility
took the watch and
watches.
threw out the damn box. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
get it. It's funny though. I was driving and I saw it come in.
oh, he calls me like,
I
yo,
I saw
is
Roman.
that an RM1?
No,
I'm like, yeah, I wish.
So Roman sends a client of ours a label to send this thing in.
No, actually, I had Malka pick it up.
Marco, whatever. Marco pick it up, and I'm like, based on the value, I'm like, Roman, what do we need this watch for this money for? It's like, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
It's
So
good.
then I see it come in today. I'm looking in the shipping chat, and like I'm driving. So I see RM and then RM00. I'm seeing a 1, right? But it's actually a 2. It's just a straight 2. It looks like a 1. Like, yo, Roman, how much did you say we got this piece for? There's an RM1.
Look at that. See how it kind of looks like a 1
Like,
from
when
afar?
I was driving-
I know the chat, he thought it was a 1.
So they came on leather straps back then? They didn't come on rubber?
They came on these, and they also came on like those cheesy satin ones.
Yeah, this watch, it doesn't do anything for me. RM2.
Doesn't do it now?
I love the watch.
RM2's never done
I
anything
love
for
the
me.
watch.
RM3's way better. RM1's way better.
So you say that now, but then there's gonna be a time where it's like, oh, it's the RM2 now. You know, that's just
What would you rather have?
me. I'd rather have this.
Yeah, I'd rather have that.
I don't know. I like that. That's sick. That blue dome.
No, I'd rather have that.
Really? How much is that one?
We're asking 400 for it.
Okay, so it's got the same price point, right?
Yeah, same price point, but
This is more special than that, though.
this is rarer. Like, I think there's less of these made. They didn't make many of these, but there's probably less of these made. The East Klein dial is like a unicorn.
So what are we doing with that?
We're going to discuss price and then we're going to sell it. This is a Royal Oak Perpetual, stainless steel, but makes it special is the Yves Klein dial. The Yves Klein, if you know art, any of you, Yves Klein, Henry Matisse, right? So Yves Klein was obsessed with the color blue. It was something about the sky, it was something about, he wanted to create the perfect blue. And finally he mixed the perfect blue, which you will see in most of his paintings. And he actually had it patented. It's patented on the IBK or IKB, something like that color.
You can patent that color.
Right, and then AP came out. They came out with a 36 millimeter plain Royal Oak. Then they did the Day-Date Moon Phase. They did a Chrono, and they did the Perpetual. And the minute it came out, the collectors just like we dub a Pepsi, they immediately dubbed this color the Yves Klein Blue because it's very, very close to that color. That's the story behind it, and I'm sticking to it.
How many of these did they make?
It's hard to tell. Like, you know how people say, oh, I think they made this, all right?
It's got to be pretty limited.
But whoever tells you that, they're lying. I just know that...
Oh, wow, let me see that movement.
I just know that it's not many, right? Based on what I have seen in my career, if you will. And I've been doing this for 20 years, so have I ran across many of these? No. The only one out on the market that I know of right now, there's one for sale, the Day-Date Moon Phase, the 36 millimeter. I think they're asking $150,000 for it. Let's talk about the obvious. And the obvious is what's next?
I think the next step for us is we're trying to secure funding. We're trying to secure more inventory. We've got the, basically the whole team in Dallas is the same. We have all the, obviously I still have Alfred, Vic, our back end team. Everybody's there. Obviously, we got Jimmy now. He's an incredible asset to us. I mean, just absolutely kills it. Anything he touches, he just kills it.
I see the new website is up.
Yep, everything's up. We rebranded a couple of days ago.
I like it a lot.
So I'm just kind of doing an East Coast thing, just running around. Went to New York yesterday to film some 47th Street stuff. Coming to see you guys. We're gonna possibly go talk to a couple of other guys on YouTube.
I don't need the details, but store-wise, you're not gonna go ape in terms of spending millions of dollars, are you? The store itself, I'm saying.
I mean, we have a theme we're going for. It's obviously not going to be it's not going to be cheap in a sense, but it's a 7-year lease.
Okay.
So we feel like it's justifiable to put a decent amount of money into it.
I mean, yeah, you have to obviously have a certain look.
I mean, we have a goal for it to be, a place where people can come, really feel kind of feel a vibe in a sense, just like this place has a certain vibe,
Right.
I love y'all's office. It's just amazing.
Whatever vibe we create is mainly for the people that are here.
Right.
We do have plenty of people that come in, obviously, but especially lately with YouTube and everything, there's certain things I feel like in a build out that you physically need. I love the concept of hangout. That's what I wanted to do in Miami as well. Again, because we drive the traffic and become a destination, if you will, because people are going to come see you and your staff, you want to make it a place where people come and they want to hang out. Exactly that. And as they're hanging out, they are looking at watches. They are potentially buying watches. It goes without saying that you've had my support. You're going to continue having my support. Any tentative dates on the opening
for the store? Yeah, we're really aiming for January 1, 2023.
Have you taken into consideration the issues with like we ran out of floor? I was redoing my floor. You gotta really get on that because that could be a potential issue.
And the people doing the build out have all that stuff under control. They're doing all the permitting. They're doing all the materials. They're doing everything. It's an all in-house situation.
How big is the space?
Almost 7,000 square feet.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to have your back office there as well, right?
Everything.
You don't need another office then.
No, not at all. It's all in one.
That's so easy.
That's what we want. We don't want to have satellite operations where one operates to the other, and then we have to constantly run back and forth.
Nico's has it like that, but Nico doesn't have a choice because Nico has a store inside the fanciest hotel in Belfast, right? But it used to be an old bank, so his store is about the size of this room because it's the old vault of the bank, going back 200 years. It is pretty sick.
You know what I've seen in the video.
Yeah, his store is literally the vault. You close the door and that's it. It's a safe.
You don't have to change anything.
Exactly. So then he's forced to have that office operations elsewhere because there's just no way he's going to fit his people in there.
When we were at the Crescent, it was a very small setup. It was probably about the size of this office. Yeah. And we had an office.
It looked much bigger on camera, by the way. It looked much bigger on camera.
Wide angle lenses do wonders.
But you're still in the new office that you guys moved to, right?
Yeah, we're still in the office.
Because that's a big office. I love the new website. I like the idea of a store because one thing that always boggled my mind is that you are in probably the 4th or the 5th largest market in the United States today. Right. Dallas is a huge market,
right?
Not to mention the cities around it, right? It's a destination.
I mean, Texas in general has an incredible market for just about anything.
The space that you're doing, you're going to be able to throw some sort of events.
Oh, absolutely. So what's awesome about our place is it's 7,000 square feet.
By the way, just to be dead honest with you, I'm picking your brain on this because we're still thinking about the Miami operation. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
No. So the really cool thing about the office that we have, it has a huge balcony, and it's just awesome. You can go out there, and it's like a huge terrace.
It's like a deck terrace?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's on the second floor. It's a balcony. Now you can only get to it from right now it's only available for the other office, for the back end office. But we plan on like putting in sliding doors so you can access it from the front, back, sides, like every which way.
Careful budgeting the build because things curtail out of hand like this. I was redoing the bathrooms downstairs, then upstairs, then the floor, and then the paint and this. Then before you know it, it's like 100 grand is gone. And then the only thing I can advise on that aspect is this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to do something that when somebody walks in and says, I am not in a traditional jewelry store.
Right.
What are you doing as far as merchandise?
I mean, right now, we're primarily consignment at the moment.
Okay.
So we can start buying and selling, which is, I'm kind of glad we're in the situation in a sense. It's a double-edged sword, but in a sense, the market's like obviously really bad. So I'm glad we didn't stock up a bunch of watches.
I think you're in a great position right now because the market did dip.
The market's correcting, and there's a lot of stuff like all the sport models and all the sport Pateks are just kind of like taking a bath.
I'm wondering what's going to happen once they open Asia back up because that was the initial cause.
Right.
The bottom line, it was very simple. Every single dealer here
was taking stuff to China.
Flipper, and they knew that Asia paid the most. So if I can get 55 grand for Daytona in Asia, I could ask 56 grand here. If it doesn't sell, worst case scenario, I'll go out to Asia. Then boom, Asia shuts down, and everybody's.
I mean, this is what I've been telling people regarding the market. I say, look, there's a lot of factors. One, tax season. That's your normal. Yeah. That's your normal dropper.
My April is always slow.
Yeah, everybody's April. It's always slow. Then now add in the Ukraine-Russia situation. That's creating uncertainty. Obviously, during war, what happens? People want to be cash heavy. Then now China being locked down completely. That was the nail.
That was the nail in the coffin. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the nail in the coffin is what I tell people because like right now you're literally having like places like Shanghai physically locking people in their house.
Yeah, they can't leave their house.
They literally can't leave. They're taping their doors with this thing, or if they open it, they get fined. It's like insane. Like the world is just seeing, a situation that we've never seen before.
Meanwhile, we've already got rid of masks on the plane. Like,
yeah, right now we're in the dumps, right, in the market. So my thinking is, good thing we didn't catch an investment early on where we just loaded up with sport models, thinking, all right, great, we're gonna go into the spring and summer with a bunch of inventory, because had that happened, we would already be down like 15-20%.
I'm looking at inventory now. I mean, I just packed for the Vegas show. I had, I had like 5 Rolex cases, so that's about 100 watches. 100 Rolex. Yeah. About 20% of them, I'm probably going to take a small loss or not make money on. Right. This is what I've been telling every young dealer in this business, especially in the last year and a half. I'm like, don't go flying high. This doesn't last forever. Things happen and the market changes, right? I stopped buying Richard Milles a while back, right, until they stabilized, which they are stable now. They actually didn't take a hit, and now I'm buying them again because I see them being stable.
They only make $3,500 a year.
Exactly. So that's one thing. When it came to Rolex, I told Adrian, the one watch I was scared from Rolex is when I saw a platinum Daytona put up on the chats for like 180,000, a plain one. And I'm like, I think this is too much.
Was it a baguette or non-baguette?
No, non-baguette. That's the thing. What also scared me a lot were the 15500s.
Right, those are
when they hit like 70s and 80s, I'm like,
black.
This is too much.
For black, right?
For black. Yeah. I'm like, this is too much.
Blue was like 115.
Whenever I look at a watch and I ask myself, Roman, are you comfortable putting that watch on a client's wrist at that price? The minute I say no is when I pull back.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, it has to make sense. When you're looking at vintage stuff, when you're looking at, there's certain value behind it, right? Give you an example. I got a Tiffany, a single red sub, Tiffany sub, right? Okay. Signed Tiffany.
Complete?
No. Sold an auction a couple of months back, $51,000. I offered it to my client for $68,000. He's like, well, we'll sell an auction at $51,000. And I'm like, because it works both ways. I'm like, well, I feel the watch is worth more. And the reason I feel that is because A, was the last time you saw one. Right. And B, I'm like, I think this watch has room to grow. And I was comfortable making 30% on the watch because I felt there was value there. But if you go the other way, now you're buying a $15,500 for $80,000 and you got to sell it to a client for, let's say, even 10%, $88,000. It's a little hairy.
It gets a little crazy. No, I do know of one that's a red stamp. It's a red letter Tiffany that's complete, absolutely insane set. I mean, it is with receipts and tags. And
Single red or double red?
Single.
And how much is that one?
I mean, at the time, this was like back last year around, I want to say it was like September, October, he was asking 100.
And again,
probably not very unreasonable.
The thing with those watches is like, what is the price, right? I mean, if you don't have any comps outside of auctions, and we all know auction results are hairy as shit.
You got to buy off emotion.
You got to just see, hey, I am constantly willing to spend that 100. I mean, if it's a full set with receipts and everything else, there's going to be a collector out there that says, I want it, and constantly overpay in his mind $20,000. The channel, you guys going to be putting out content once a week? Are you going to try? Or?
Yeah. No, we're full steam ahead. I mean, like I said,
full disclosure, I still have 32 minutes left in your first episode.
You've been watching it this whole time.
You know what it is? It's like, you know how time is. Like, it's tough. Like, as much as we all collab with each other, like, Nico will be like, hey, did you watch my last video? I'm like, yeah, I'm about 3 videos behind. He's like, yeah, me too. You know,
no, I mean, listen, we're all running a business at the end of the day. We're all, living.
Yeah, I also have 3 children, so it becomes a little more difficult. And as far as direction of content, right? Because what we discussed internally was like season 2 was more entertainment, and I think season 3 we finally found a happy combination between entertainment factor as well as the watch porn and the watch knowledge. I brought back the what's on my desk,
right? Again,
with a twist, right? It's no longer the talking head, not just the talking head, but now I'm trying to find topics. Like we have one coming out about Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock, right? Somehow my team managed to tie that to watches, and we talked about the watches at the Oscars, and I showed some watches. And I think YouTube is evolving faster than the watch market, so you kind of have to try to keep up, if you will.
With the algorithms and so forth.
But I think the story, I mean, like completely rebrand, open up a new store, you know what I mean? Going on separating from Anthony. I think the story is, people still want to see that journey, I should say. Not the story, but the journey.
It's definitely a journey, and I think it's going to be unfolding for quite some time. There's definitely a lot that's going to go into it that I think is going to keep content going. I mean, we talk every day about it, and we're just at a point where like we're just going to grind as hard as we can, and like I'm just solely focusing on content.
Look, I'm going to turn the cameras off. I'm going to talk to you about the investment aspect of things, and then we'll pick it up from there. All right, guys?
Yeah, no problem.
Let's cut the cameras.
All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I just want to give a huge shout out to Alex at Seawave on 47th Street. Thank you for having us there, man. Really appreciate it. Good meeting you finally. Roman, good seeing you again as always. Thank you for having us, hosting us. And I just want to also thank a random fan that we ran into out here, Andreas. You really showed us a hospitality. He took us up to the rooftops, let us shoot up there, and for that, thank you as well. So don't forget to tune in next week, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.